Okay, here's another problem that we can try. This is on page 189. It's a less practice section. So let's practice with the first one, number 1. We have 2/3 divided by 8. Alright, so the first thing is we know we're not going to divide. So A, we change to a multiplication. So we'll rewrite it. Rewrite into a multiplication. Multiplication of fractions. How do we do that? I'm going to put my multiplication symbol here so I know automatically that's what I'm going for. I just have to bring down the first fraction, so I have 2/3, nothing changes there. But if you recall, I have to, when I'm rewriting into a multiplication of fractions, I need to invert my second fraction. So I take the 8, which it's a whole number, so I would have normally just put a 1 underneath it to make that into a fraction. But at this point I need to invert it. I need to turn this 8/1 upside down. So if I turn it upside down, I now have 1/8. So now I can multiply my little heart out on this fraction. So now at this point, since we've inverted, we've rewritten it, we can multiply. Multiply across. Oh, but you know what? Before we multiply across, we should think about cross-canceling. So cross-cancel, do I have a relationship with 2 and 8? Yep, I do. If I look at cross-canceling here, I can see that 2 can go evenly into 8. Always look up the smallest number and see if I can divide the smallest number evenly into the larger number. I can divide 2 by itself. That gets me 1. I can divide 8 by 2, which now leaves me 4. At this point, rewrite. We want to rewrite so that we always have a clear picture of what we're working with, because this can get a bit confusing. So I now rewrite it. I have 1/3 multiplication, remember, with 1/4. At this point, I can multiply across now. So 1 times 1 and 3 times 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 4, 12. My answer, and this is final, it's not a fat fraction because I already cross-canceled. I don't have to reduce. That is my final answer.